Well, hello there. We have just begun our next podcast of Cigars, Liquor, and More. In this episode, we are smoking a Joya Copper. And with it, we're drinking the Suntory Whiskey Toki.
Toki.
Thanks for tuning into the 2020 season of Cigars, Liquor, and More. As we join our buddies Bill
Howdy.
and our other brother Darrell
Smoke up, Johnny.
in the backyard speakeasy as they discover their thoughts on cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
All right. Well, this Joya Copper is a 6x50, so I guess that makes it a Toro. Is a medium-bodied cigar from Joya de Nicaragua. Has a Nicaraguan wrapper, binder, and filler. MSRP is $7, so Nicaragua all the way.
All the way around.
All the way. Now, Suntory Whiskey Toki, we've not had before. It's pretty light. It is not darkly colored. It does not have a dark color to it.
Nope.
It has a consistency
It is a light amber.
Yeah, it's a very light amber. And Toki is time in Japanese. So I guess that, hey, we aged this. I guess that's their point. So according to them, it has a nose of basil, green apple, and honey. On the palate, you will taste grapefruit, green grapes, peppermint, and thyme. It finishes subtly sweet with spice and a hint of vanilla oak, white pepper, and ginger. Its MSRP is $37, so it's not going to break the bank. And it's a pretty good little whiskey.
It is. It's
a mild whiskey.
It's 86 proof. It's very smooth. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So it is a blend.
Okay, I did not add that.
It's a blend by their fourth chief blender.
Okay. Okay.
I thought it was interesting they made that specific distinction.
Everything's got a hierarchy in Japan.
Yeah. And it's a blend of four of their others.
Okay. And time.
And time. Yeah. It's interesting.
What are you getting on the cold draw there, Bill?
Well, when I sniffed the stick, I got earth.
Yeah, it's pretty earthy.
But aside from that, I lit it already.
Yeah. No, I know you don't like the cold draw. Yeah, so I'd say this
It's
earthy.
It's not that I
dirty.
don't like it. It's that I find it non-value added.
Okay. I am going to partly agree with you on that because rarely have I found that the cold draw matches the draw. I'm not
I'd say
getting it.
I'd say at least half the time, what you get on the cold draw, you wind up getting a little bit of it on the.
No,
on
so
the
it's a
flank.
coin
But,
flip.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not that much there. I'll give you that. So, but everybody wants to hear it. At least it seems like they want to hear it. People ask about cold
and
draws.
they should hear it from you. They don't need to hear it from me.
Okay. So the other thing on the lips, it's got you really just taste that wrapper. No, the whole thing's Nicaraguan all the way around. So you go, okay, so it's a little spicy. It's a little I don't know. It's got a medium strong flavor. And that was a medium cigar by their account. I think I had one of these earlier in the week. No, 2 weeks ago. But I slept. I don't remember.
You've slept since then?
The cap is kind of shallow. The V cut almost went through it, but it didn't.
Yeah, mine didn't.
Okay, I'm gonna add this bad boy up.
I don't know. My cap's a little bit better off than yours.
Okay. So what? Well, you tasted the Suntory early.
So that means that means there's inconsistency of their manufacturing process.
Okay, well, it's called homemade. So you tasted the
Or
Suntory before I
handmade.
did. What do you think? It's mild. It's yellow. It reminds me more like a lemon juice than anything else. No, lemon juice is darker. Ooh, I don't want to tell you what it really reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were dehydrated. It's a little dehydrated. This is the color if you were a little dehydrated.
No. Dehydrated would be darker than that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well hydrated.
Yes, well hydrated. It's smooth. I'm not getting a whole lot of flavor off of it. It's just very smooth. It's got a nice taste to it, but not a whole lot of flavor. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, with all the things they were suggesting, I was kind of looking forward to some basil. I didn't smell basil. I am attuned to basil.
Oh, you are.
We cook with a lot of basil. I know what basil smells like.
Yeah, no.
I could believe the green apple and honey, but I'm not getting basil. I want the basil. Give me the basil. No, I'm not smelling basil. No, on the palate, I could believe the green grapes. I don't know about grapefruit. That it's not. I mean, I'm thinking sour with grapefruit, but I'm not getting sour. It's pretty sweet, actually, isn't it?
No grapefruit. It is more sweet.
It's sweet. Yeah. Green grapes. Peppermint. No.
No.
Thyme. No.
Nope. Well, aside from the name.
Thyme. Yeah. Different spelling. Different spelling. Finishes,
I mean, come on.
Finishes subtly sweet with spice and a hit of vanilla, oak, white pepper, and ginger. I would really like to hit the ginger.
Maybe a little vanilla, but not. There's just I'm not getting all the stuff that they list.
Well, there's something. So if you do kind of like a retrohale with your alcohol, where you blow some of the alcohol through your nose, kind of, after taste in your finish. So in your finish, after you've drank it, right?
An alco retrohale?
Yes, an alcohol.
Alcohol.
There is something interesting there. I wouldn't call it ginger. I would say it's vanilla. It is it's like a spicy vanilla. Yeah. Yeah, I like the finish a lot. Which is good because you get a lot of finish when you're drinking things, right? But
tech support and dad like it as well.
An easy drink. It's a smooth and easy drink. I like it a lot. Especially $35 or $37, whatever.
Yeah, no doubt. You want to get you a glass? No,
so,
you good? Okay.
The good news is the Joya, I mean, I've just lit it. It lights up really nice. So there's no harshness early in light.
Easy.
So it lights up really nice early. So I like that. So I'm going to give this a little more time to settle in before I really talk about the Joya. But I do like that it lights up. It lights up pretty smooth right early.
We need to do something strange like pair, we need to pair cheeses with cigars and liquor.
Sure. I wouldn't mind eating while I drink and smoke. But that would add a level of difficulty. I mean, honestly, cheese is so flavorful.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do that.
Yeah, and a lot of cheeses would just override everything.
I had a piece of chocolate just before this. It didn't bring out any chocolate notes.
No, I'm not getting chocolate from it. That was nice. But Yellow Belly chocolates are great.
I know, that's what we were eating. We really love those chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till COVID lets up. I can't wait till COVID lets up so we can actually go to one of her events. I want to go to the event. I don't want to order it and do it at home.
So
I've already done that.
when this whole COVID thing started, we were saying that come summer it's gonna let down, and come fall
it's gonna be flu season.
It's gonna shoot back up.
Oh,
and it has.
I wonder why they couldn't foresee that.
No doubt.
Everybody's acting like this is a surprise. Ooh, it's going back up.
Oh, and the amount of cases. Nobody can see me because I'm down here, but. The amount of cases when we were shutting everything down.
You're down there. They can't see you because they're listening to audio.
They can see on video, but not on audio. So the amount of cases were I mean, when we were shutting everything down compared to now, the amount of cases were nothing.
Huh.
Now everything's way up. Nobody wants to shut anything down. Everybody's tired of the shutdown stuff.
Well, not just that, but it's kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, the ICU beds are full," and if you like, my wife's a nurse. I know a lot of medical people.
but
They're like, they're
said
always
that-
full.
Exactly.
No, we don't have any slop built into our system.
No,
They're always
point,
full.
The whole point of hospital beds is to have somebody in them.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want them there. You want turnover. You don't want them there long, but have somebody in them. Because if you don't have anybody in them, you're not making any money. And hospitals are there to make money.
But anybody in the medical field that I talked to was like, that is the stupidest statistic I hear, is that the beds are full. Because they're always full. They weren't full when we didn't have COVID.
Oh, I wish...
Or they weren't not
I should
full.
probably I should probably record audio of this, because on every news station you hear this.
Well, the good news is we're recording the
And
audio.
they are talking about they're talking about ER capacity, but they say they have zero capacity. No,
What they mean is they have zero excess capacity.
Yes, they have zero remaining capacity. Say that. But they're saying no capacity, zero capacity, things like that. It's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you get into an elevator says it can fit 10 people, all right?
Or 3,200 pounds. Capacity, 3,200 pounds. It doesn't say capacity zero, does it?
So when you get 3,200 pounds in an elevator, the capacity is still 3,200 pounds.
It's not zero, yeah. It's almost like, it's weird, because if anybody... we would expect to have an English degree, it would be people talking on television.
Something.
But no, they apparently failed English too.
They just...
I'm sure they got a good grade in gym.
When I was younger, I thought maybe people on TV spouting the news stuff. But the older I get, the less they know.
Yeah, maybe that's why everybody who's retired thinks everybody who's not retired is stupid.
Because they are.
Wisdom is hard earned. It's very difficult to earn.
Words.
And yet so easy when you make tons of mistakes. You get the wisdom quick.
Words have definitions. They have meanings.
You mean like capacity?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So here's the good news. I was not pissed off by that because I don't listen to the news.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
people who deal in words for a living
Should pay attention to their meanings.
Yes.
Concur.
Mm.
Ooh, 2021, year of the white metal ox.
White metal ox.
Wow. Okay, that's in February, right? The Chinese New Year's in February, right? This year.
It's still the whole year, 2021.
Sure.
So 2021.
And by whole year,
is
you mean all but the first 2 months.
white. Wait a minute. White metal ox.
I did not realize there were colors and metals associated with the years,
Neither did I.
but
So, well, I know
I do
that
remember a little bit like that.
There's the animal,
Yeah.
and then there's
Okay.
the element.
I'm a dog.
Yeah, I'm dog as well. I keep forgetting because I know my brother and I are dog and rat, and you and I are both dog, right?
Yep.
So that means I must be dog.
Yep.
And so yeah, so I'm dog, but am I white metal dog?
No. No, most definitely not. You're 50 off, so no.
But anyway, white metal ox.
White
Okay,
metal ox.
I'm liking that. White metal ox.
Does that mean white metal oxide? 'Cause
Nice.
That makes
Nice.
absolutely no
And
sense.
to be
right
fair, I should have said that because I'm the chemist. I should have made the oxidation joke. Rusty ox.
Actually, 1970, you are a metal dog.
Oh, I'm a metal dog.
Metal dog.
70s a metal dog.
Metal dog.
Full metal dog. Oh, that was a full metal
dog. I love it.
full metal alchemist
Love
joke
it.
there. Oh, you were thinking full metal jacket.
Hell
joke.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, I went to anime and you went to ammunition.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
For reference, I am a fire snake.
As opposed to a water snake.
I would like to be a fire
A
dog.
couple of years ago.
Fire dog would be better than metal dog, right? I don't know what's better.
Maybe we're heavy metal dogs.
You'd be arsenic.
2006 was the year of the fire dog.
You'd be transition metal dog. Yeah. Well, no, I would be. I'd be like gold.
Well, according to this, you guys are gold dogs.
Boom! Oh, I nailed it.
You did.
I'm transition metal dog.
And I like gold.
Everybody likes gold. That's why it's worth something.
I like copper too.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, this is the Joya Copper.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to admit, I like copper just because I like the way it petites and turns, either brown and then eventually green, and I like that.
Well,
Shiny copper is just
okay.
not as cool as, oxidized copper.
I depends upon the application.
The application is always outside, just like brass.
Well, yes, but whether I like it greened or copper,
Shiny.
Okay. Whether I like it green or shiny, depends upon what it's next
I believe
to.
that. Christmas ornament, shiny. Curtain rod outside, green.
Well, and certain applications, if you do a copper roof.
Yeah, people don't realize we used to make roofs out of copper and guttering out of copper. Can you imagine how expensive that guttering was? Oh my God.
Some gutters were made out of lead as well.
Yeah, but we're not drinking from that, so who cares? I hope we're not drinking from that. That would be heavy. I wouldn't want to be putting up lead guttering, copper guttering. Copper guttering has a major problem of being stolen a lot.
Well, the nice thing about lead is it's easy to manipulate. So if you have an ornate roof, you can follow those corners and angles really easily.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, I don't care. I don't want a lead guttering.
No. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants me to hit the mic either.
Yeah.
But,
Stop waving around. we're I think enough into the cigar to discuss it. Do you not think so?
We are.
All right.
But I have not been thinking about it.
Let's do a little bit of that. Okay. All right. That's the part of a cigar that is a whole point of the cigar, is that you stop thinking about all kinds of stuff. It's nice to stop thinking.
Yeah, we were having fun.
Well, the cigar, this firstly super smoky. Again, I know I mentioned that a lot, but a lot of people really like lots of smoke with their cigars. This guy is super smoky. The flavors, they're muted. It's a medium. It's not super flavorful, and I'm not picking up a ton of, baking spices and all this magical stuff. I'm mostly getting like leather and wood.
You see, I just went around the flavor wheel and
looking
at the flavor wheel, really, it just a little bit of wood and a little bit of earth.
Earth? Yeah, no, earth I got on the cold draw, but I get leather on the draw.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Lighter went out. Okay, not completely out.
Just enough for a little correction.
But I like this. So leather and earth go really well together. Probably because it happens a lot. This is a leather earthy cigar for me. I don't know what else is in there, but I'm getting the main flavors.
For me, it's a woody, earthy flavor.
Yeah, it's wood's minor.
I'm not really getting leather from it.
I'm getting leather like big time.
Huh. Maybe I had more chocolate than you did.
Maybe your chocolate was a different chocolate. Now the Suntory, it's warming up in my hand. And again, like a good whiskey, it's smoothing out with warmth.
It's 86 really like proof. How much smoother could it get?
Well, that's partly true. It's not like it's too hot. It's really mild. And it was really mild cold. Or room temp.
Room temp, yeah.
So, yeah, because I didn't chill it. I'll give you that. But real smooth, real nice. Trying to think if there's different flavors that I had before. Because kind of not. It's just smoother. The flavors are the same. It's still pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet cigar. Pretty sweet liquor.
Getting the two mixed up there.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Already been drinking. It's New Year's Eve. Smooth though. Oh, and the retrohale.
It's New
no
Year's
pepper.
Eve, but the show won't be coming out till after New Year's.
Yeah. This is like.
I'm sure folks know we record ahead of time.
What?
What? No.
You don't publish the same day you record?
You want to? What? You don't do live shows?
You might as well. I don't edit anything.
We should do some live shows.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Well, we could. I don't see why not. We publish everything we say anyway.
Yep.
Every once in a while, when there's like a super flub and you just kind of sound really bad.
You mean like when we don't record?
Well, we definitely don't publish that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, you have to make a major mistake. Like, you have to sound awful for me to actually cut anything.
Why? Why go through that?
Again, the whole point is it's supposed to sound like a conversation you would have in a cigar shop with your buds when you're smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
Because almost every cigar shop is like, hey, BYO, you just bring what you want. And almost everyone brings something.
Mm-hmm.
And probably shares it. If you forget to bring something and you go to your cigar shop and have a cigar and you're talking to a bunch of guys who are drinking, go, hey, can I get a sniff of that? And they'll pour you some.
Oh, definitely.
Just like a cigar. You could probably walk into a cigar shop and go, hey, I left my wallet at home. Does anybody have a cigar? And somebody would probably give you a cigar.
Yeah.
It's that weird.
Yeah.
It's that way. I don't know why, but it is. Well, firstly, I kind of know why it is that way. Because if somebody said that to me, I'd probably give them a cigar.
Yeah, and if I didn't have one to give, I'd probably buy one.
Concur. That's just cigar culture. It's a weird thing. I don't know. You don't find that in a lot of places, do you?
No, you don't. And cigar lounges is one of the
really
places
heavy
you
in
do.
cigar culture.
Yeah, and at a cigar lounge, you don't care about, I guess the technical term now is socioeconomic status.
That's a lot for just the phrase liking people.
Yeah, you don't give you don't give two shits about where somebody comes from, what they look like, who they are. It's if they're nice and they're personable, that's all that matters.
You know, nobody's ever asked, but I've given people cigars in cigar shops many times. Same with liquor.
Well, and you've had both given to you.
I absolutely. There was one day. I was at my main shop I go to, probably because it's less than a mile from my house. Was in there.
McKinney.
Was just no, and Murphy.
Fuego Murphy. Sorry.
We go to both. And I'm sitting there smoking a cigar, and one of the guys really loved an anniversary cigar that he bought, and he looked around at how many people were in the shop. He bought 13 cigars and gave one to everybody in the shop, said, you ought to try this. And I'm like, oh, awesome. It was Brunel.
Yes.
You know Brunel.
Oh, yeah.
Super generous.
Super nice guy.
Because it was an anniversary cigar, so I know the thing set him back. He gave one to everyone in the shop. And I'm like, you don't mind if I smoke this on my birthday? Because it was like a week before my birthday. I go, I'm not going to have it here. You mind if I smoke this on my birthday? He's like, no, happy birthday. And I'm like, that's what people are like.
They are.
Yeah, it was super nice.
Cigar lounges are just great places to go.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Well, we need to take a little break.
Yep. We'll take a little break, midpoint. We'll be right back.
Enjoy the any time of the day cigar. Drunk Chicken cigars are nub-alicious. So good you'll smoke it to a nub. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020.
Hey, we're back.
So, if you want some of these cool shirts or coffee mugs,
Oh, you know what?
go to
Journal.
cigarsliquormore.com,
Journal.
cigar journals.
Pick up the journal. I'm on my 3rd journal now.
Go to cigarsliquormore.com, check out the shop page, and check out our merchandise.
At
or
this point,
merch, as people call it.
At this point, I think I'm the largest consumer of our journals.
Yeah.
I cannot believe how many journals I've gone through.
I'm just about done with this one. I'm about to open up another one.
I love the journal. And it almost acts like a diary for me. Like, I write all kinds of stuff in my journal, like random little things that people wouldn't normally, I don't know, remember from a cigar. But it's kind of like a diary of my life now. Because I write all kinds, because I got space. There's not that much to say about cigars. But in the space, I'll talk about my day or something else. And it's just weird. But I do it, and I like it. I kind of like it. It's like a manly journal. Like, you can't keep a journal.
Well, it's one of the things of, we were at Enfuego, and Vinny, I had my cigar journal, and Vinny had just started his own law firm.
Yes,
I wrote that down in the journal.
Yeah,
I just so many things.
That's the kind of stuff I write too. So I would endorse. I mean, obviously, we cared enough to make a journal, and we cared enough to because we didn't like the journals we found, so we made our own journal.
Yeah, it's got no fluff.
So oddly, it's perfect for us.
It is, yeah. It is basic. It has basic information you need to know, so you can go back and you can look and you can say, hey, what did I think about this at this time? But one of the things I really like about it is the offsetting band placement.
Yes, that's so crucial. Designed by engineers, go figure. The offsetting. So my full journals are not giant lumps, because my older journals, before we made our own journal, they get super thick. I'm like, when did I didn't? So I started out with.
Well, they get super thick at one spot.
Right, at one spot. Well, that makes them thick everywhere and it makes them weird.
Yeah. Because
they push in weird ways and they don't write in, correct. It's just, but I love it. This is a crucial improvement.
Yeah, and we
is the offsetting bands.
Yeah, we offset the band placement across 4 pages.
Yeah.
So top, just top of middle, just bottom, middle, and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Across 4 pages. So you do that, and the pages wind up even all the way through.
Right, and not that much thicker than the original journal.
Exactly.
Yeah, get a journal.
It's amazing.
I'm going to tell everybody to get a journal. I said it before we made a journal, and I say it again. You should journal, again, because it's like a manly diary.
Well, you have journaled for 20 years now?
Yeah.
15?
At least 15.
And I didn't start journaling until we made our own.
Mm-hmm.
But, we threw the idea back and forth. And finally I'm like, let's find out how we go about making a book. How do you make a book? Because you got to be able to make a book. Plenty of people do it.
Oh, it's not hard.
So, and I created 4 pages, duplicated those throughout.
Yep.
Probably the hardest thing, oddly, because we also have a table of contents.
Yeah. That's another really nice addition to journals that didn't exist before.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I do it on my engineering notebooks.
Well, in our so in previous podcasts, I used to go back. Well, I haven't done it in a long time.
No, you haven't.
Go back to my old journals and read something from something we had a long time ago, and then something we're having again, right? And it could be 5 or 10 years where I look back and we have a new cigar, and looking back was incredibly painful because I didn't have indexes in any of my old journals because they didn't supply one. That's why we added it.
Yep. Yeah, so we did the offsetting band placement, and we did the table of contents, and along with it, we of course have the measurement scale for
Now,
length.
that exists in a lot of
gauge.
journals.
Yeah, that exists in a lot of journals.
That's bare minimum, honestly.
But you gotta, geez, I mean, the table of contents is just so crucial. And I don't know about you, but in my table of contents, I put a little C next to it. So you got the page numbers.
Yeah.
I'll put a little C next to it if it's Cuban.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you could add any note that you wanted to that table of contents index, right?
Yeah.
You get all kinds of stuff, like liked it or didn't like it. You could add pluses, you could add check marks or whatever, to double check, triple check, A, B, C, D. You could make an you could add that to the
scale,
index.
anything, yeah.
I haven't even done that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Add my rating to the index.
Yeah.
Like, was it an 8, 9, 10? Was it a B, C? Now I'm behind. Now I'm behind by 2.5 journals.
I just started doing the C because we had a conversation at one point about
Sure, we've talked about Cuban cigars.
We have, but we had a specific conversation about a Cuban brand of something and a non-Cuban brand of something.
Oh, whether it was like an Upman Cuban or a Protegas Cuban versus a Dominican or versus right.
So the next time I smoked one, I remembered that, and I was looking at the table of contents. It's like I need something to denote what we
because you don't remember all the Cuban brands. You go, maybe the Protegas D is easy to remember, but not all of them.
Right. So I just started making a little notation, just put a little C next to the index so that I knew.
Interesting. Now I want to add my rating so I can go through my highlights and lowlights.
I need to go fill that. So, Phil.
We didn't talk too much about the pairing of the liquor and the cigar. So, again, I chose kind of a mild whiskey to go with a medium cigar because, again, in cigars, I don't know that contrasting is good. You don't want like a super bold whiskey with a very mild cigar and vice versa. So, I'm trying to pair them. Now, don't get me wrong. Part of it was I used to do that. I would try to contrast, and guess what? You don't want to contrast. That's where this wisdom comes from. Is I did it and I didn't like it. Might work with a color palette, but it doesn't work with cigars and liquor. So,
well, some people really enjoy the contrast.
Yeah, some people do.
Some people really enjoy the contrast, but I'm kind of in that same line. I prefer them to complement one another,
right,
rather than contrast one another.
Right, and so I think this did well.
Who knew something from English, from school age, would come back to be a cigar and liquors thing.
But I think this whiskey is a really mild whiskey. It's very nice. I like it. It's smooth. Again, I like it warmer than cooler. I know I say that too much, but this one falls in that category.
You like it warmer than room temp.
Yeah, I like it to be palm temp.
Palm temp.
That's my
or thigh temp.
Yes, leg. Warm it on your leg. Well, you just got more leg space than you do hand space.
True enough.
So this guy goes really great with the cigar. I like it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I mean, the liquor in and of itself is just kind of there. It doesn't wow me. It doesn't, send a thrill up my leg or whatever. It just, or what we used to say, doesn't blow my skirt up.
It's not super complex. Although the description
but it seems like, well, from the description, but it seems like this liquor would go well with just about anything.
Yeah, so that is something to note. In our Four Roses and Woodford Reserve sort of defaults, I think this guy would fall right in there, right?
I think it would, yeah.
It's really mild. It's very pleasant. I think it would go great with medium and mild or medium mild cigars. In fact, it might be mild enough to go really well with mild cigars too.
Sure enough.
It's very mild, very pleasant cigar. It kind of transitioned for me. I lost most of the leather, so now it's just sort of smacks of tobacco, for lack of a better description, right?
I still get a little earthy, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's all that's left.
It would be it'd be nice if I could get leather or attic or musty or whatever, but I don't.
No, I think it's that kind of cigar. Here's the thing, though. When we went through the original description, Nicaraguan, binder, wrapper, filler, all Nicaraguan.
I was expecting more spice.
You might be scared away from this cigar. Don't be scared away from the cigar. It is a solid medium. It is not that strong. The retrohale is very smooth. And in the retrohale is what gave me most of the leather, which is no longer present. But it's a very smooth retrohale. No pepper of any kind anywhere in this thing.
No, you'd be hard pressed to pick this out as Nicaraguan tobacco.
No,
I would
pick this for a well-aged Dominican.
Yeah,
honestly,
it doesn't. What you typically think of as Nicaraguan, it just does not pan out with this.
Now, bear in mind, this is, Joya de Nicaragua. So this is probably their Dominican offering, bearing in mind that they're from Nicaragua, right?
Well,
this is their version of a mild cigar.
When
my theory.
When I say it doesn't smack of what you think of, I don't mean anything bad by it. It's a good smoke.
Oh, it's a very good smoke. But it's for if you told me, hey, I got this cigar. It's Nicaragua. I'd go, okay, I'm ready, and I'd squat down a little bit.
You got to prepare yourself for all that spice and all that flavor. But no.
You don't want to have an all Nicaraguan cigar with locked knees.
Don't lock your knees. That causes you to pass out.
No, that's not bad. This is not like that at all. It's for. If I were to say, I'd say this is Joya's version of a Dominican cigar. This is probably the mildest cigar you can get with all Nicaraguan everything that I've had.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
That I've had. I'm not going to say it absolutely is because I have not had the thousands of cigars out there, but it's.
But
this
you want to.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it. That's why we rarely replicate a cigar. We don't have to. There's so many thousands out there.
There's heyday cigars still.
So true. So, very mild for an all Nicaraguan, but a solid medium.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a really good cigar.
It did transition though. I lost the
typically if we come across a bad cigar, we're not going to put it on the show.
No.
That's just not. I mean,
I'm not here to tell you what sucks.
Right. Could we? Yes, but we're not going to, because our main goal for our listeners is to help them find nice things, nice pairings.
Everybody wants good stuff.
So, I mean, there are bad cigars out there, even though we say, we like
even
things
though it's
that
a
we
heyday
put on the show. There are bad cigars out there. The bad ones that we smoke, we don't put them on the show.
Yeah. So I just pulled the band off. It fought me, but it didn't fight me on the wrapper. It didn't stick to my wrapper. But it stuck to itself so bad. I really had to fight it. But thankfully, it didn't stick to the wrapper. So
it says something
we're
on
okay.
the back. What does it say?
Yeah, they did put some print on the back. Share your hashtag Joya Copper. And then I've ruined part of it because it stuck so bad. With us, something, JoyaCigars.com.
Okay. Well, when I peel mine off, we'll see if I get any.
Maybe
results.
you could get more of the print.
On the band, the copper just shines, and then there's
It is a good-looking band, isn't it?
A spot of green, shiny green on there.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. So you've got like a wrapper I'm sorry, you got a copper border. Then the Joya Copper is in copper. And then they've got some leaves on it that are green. It's very nice. And then what's is that snakeskin? It's kind of like snakeskin.
Kind of looks like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a snakeskin throughout the rest of it.
But
I like it a lot.
As simple as it is, it's a really elegant band.
Yeah, I like it. I I was never really a huge Joya fan until I had the Joya Black, and the Joya Black was really good. And then I started buying more Joyas. So congratulations, Joya! You found an entry point for me.
Yay, Joya!
And I'm liking this one too because Joya's never been a really big band for me. But that Joya Black that I had at
there
Murphy
are plenty
was
of people
really
out
good.
there that really like them.
Of course, there's cigars out there. Everybody likes some of them, or they wouldn't be making them anymore, right?
True enough.
This looks. Oh,
Yeah, it looks like a golf ball.
a secondary. Maybe it's not so much snakeskin as a golf ball. It definitely looks.
Looks like dimples.
It looks like dimples, but very good wrapper too. I mean, band.
Oh, well.
I keep saying wrapper instead of band.
But speaking of the wrapper, I mean, it's a nice dark brown, and
It is.
flawless.
I think
Looks great.
maybe Colorado would be the description of the color. Now I am getting a split near the head, but it's not affecting the draw at all.
As long as it doesn't go through the binder.
Yep. Very pleasant. So on to the chit chat now that we've covered the cigar and liquor. Oh man. So very recently, I went back to see family for the first time in a year, right?
Since COVID.
Yeah, since COVID. And
Well, since we shut everything down for COVID.
yeah, since March.
Because, we didn't shut everything down till March, and they're saying December 2019? I think it was sooner than that. I think it was before then.
Okay. So, well, no, it definitely hit November, right?
And
that's when it hit.
There's some evidence for October.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, when you're talking about when it actually hit and being 3 or 4 months that you actually take action, then you're really talking about it being inundated in the culture already, especially if you consider it a pandemic, which means spreads quickly and throughout the entire globe. So everybody was exposed to it definitely by December, right? But we hadn't seen my in-laws for 9 months, because we didn't go there over the summer. We didn't, you just didn't do a lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
First time I went back. And the thing that's funny is it's that whole, absence, creates...
Makes the heart grow fonder.
Exactly. So it was just for, your basic Christmas visit, it just seemed more intensified because everybody was so glad to see each other because the heart grew fonder because we hadn't seen anybody in forever. It was just a really great visit. And I think...
Excellent.
As everybody goes on, like, don't have big parties, don't see your family, don't. I bag that. Go see your family. That's what's important. Family is important. Go see them. It's just not that big of a risk. It's not. Now, okay, if Nana's 85, don't see Nana and liquor. Just... maybe something a little off.
Just to clarify, you mean lick her, not liquor.
Yes,
Okay.
I meant the whole don't make the contaminant so strong as
right.
the licking is. I was
exaggerating.
exaggerating.
Your benchmark is your son licking handrails.
Yeah,
at the
I was
airport.
Exaggerating for humor. But
I flatlined that, didn't I?
But it's like everybody was so happy to see each other. We had such a great time, and I would encourage it. I'm not I'm not going to suggest to anybody they should run and hide.
You flew.
We did.
So, did you fly Southwest or American?
We flew Southwest.
So Southwest came out with a notification saying that over the Christmas holidays, the middle aisle, middle row may not be empty.
Not even may not. So on our way there, we flew out Christmas Day. And Christmas Day is a great time to fly. Everybody who's like, I've got to make it home for Christmas has already flown. So Christmas Day is the easiest day. I've flown it many times. Is the easiest day to go through the airport. There's no lines of any kind. Almost every middle seat is open. Literally every middle seat. When we flew home yesterday, the plane was at 100% occupancy. It wasn't just that the middle seat may be occupied. The middle seat was occupied. Now, in our case, it was occupied by a family member. So, whatever. But I guess the point is, they're trying to make the point that they scrub the planes and the recirc has HEPA and you're wearing a mask the whole time anyway. I was not concerned. I was not concerned at all. There was no sneezing and coughing. There was a lot of baby screaming because people were seeing families and coming home from seeing families. But,
that's a given on an airplane.
Right. But I wasn't concerned, and I was really happy to have seen family. And
well, you weren't concerned, but you were still cautious.
Well, I mean, you
followed the guidelines.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
Yeah. I took my mask off when I ate my pretzels. But
I prefer peanuts.
But again, no, those are just not common anymore.
I know.
Because
I'm so sad.
Everybody's going to die. So
I'm going to start taking my own.
I would suggest to people, if you are super concerned, fine. But see family. See family. Family is what matters.
Yep.
We did. It was great. It was sort of, heart grew fonder because it had been so long. So it was a really great visit.
That's great. That's excellent.
Yeah. I
need
a little more whiskey.
We, of course, didn't go anywhere. I'll take some.
All right. Here we go. Oh, so, no cork pop on the Suntory. It's screw top.
It's screw top.
So, sorry, no awesome sound effects for Suntory. The Suntory time.
I just got kicked by the dog.
Suntory Toki.
Suntory time.
Very nice.
So, your time savant skills have been lacking recently.
I know, I've been relaxing. It's very nice. Yep. Yeah, so, in case you don't listen a lot, the nickname I have is Time Savant, because I seem to always know what time it is within 15 minutes, even though it may have been a long time, or less, sometimes less. Even though it's been a really long time since we thought about what time it is. But my skills slip as I relax and enjoy myself. And I think it's a sign that I'm relaxing and enjoying myself better, more often and to a higher quality. I think it's great. I would love to not know what time it is all the time.
Amen to that. You got to relax. You got to relax. I mean, there's a time and a place for everything, and
you said time. There's mostly a place for everything.
And relaxing has got to play a part in it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think that's what we keep trying to bring to people, too, is, hey, remember, this is about relaxing, and that's why we want this to feel like you're in a lounge.
Holy shit.
I in fact encourage people to have a cigar with us when we smoke so that you can relax with us.
This band is tough.
Okay, so this isn't just my band. Yours is super glued too.
This is not a band you're going to keep in a journal. Jeez.
Yeah, it's shredding, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, you did worse than I did.
It doesn't want to come off.
You're not going to be able to read mine. Okay, now you're taking it off in pieces.
It's coming off in pieces.
You probably shouldn't do that.
Okay, this is not pleasant.
Okay, well, all right, tell you what. We will be right back after it takes Bill 5 to 10 minutes to remove his band. And
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
You go reset everything.
All
and
right.
I'll peel this apart.
Very pleasant. Very relaxing afternoon.
It is? One of the... I don't know. One of the things that happens when you smoke a cigar is you have to sit down. You have to stop, relax, and enjoy.
Yep. We'll say it again. This is why people smoke cigars. People do not smoke cigars for nicotine. You almost get no nicotine from cigars. It's why they're not addictive.
No.
You smoke a cigar because it forces you to sit down and take some time for yourself. And we don't do that anymore.
And you could, and it's something you can do in the company of others.
Yep. And it's something you can do. And again, the other nice thing is, apart from a lounge, it almost forces you to be outside.
Yep.
And that's something we probably need a little bit more of too.
Oh, that's a fact.
Is to sit outside and look at the stars or look at the sun. Well, don't look at the sun.
Don't look directly at the sun.
But look.
That's bad advice.
Look at your surroundings. Look at the world, and relax, and just think for a while.
So we had a department meeting, and it's my first department meeting in this group, and the group's kind of been rearranged. So anyway. One of the things we were asked was take a picture of your home office, right? Because everybody's working from home. So take a picture of your home office.
But you work outside and it's awesome.
So I took a picture from where I sit, and my 2 monitors are there, and the window looking out into the backyard is there.
See, that's something nice about the home office, is that so many people in the office are like, oh, there's no window near me. If you're at home, you can have a window near you.
Yep.
Everybody's got a window office.
And, I've got, when I look out my window, I see nobody. I just see backyard.
Swamped.
And now it is. But normally, I see backyard, I see fields, I see horizon, I see some
Ducks.
trees on the horizon.
Let's see, sheep. What else?
Sheep, chickens,
Dogs.
Yeah, dogs. So my picture came up. They at the end of the department meeting, they did a slideshow of all of those, and mine came up, and somebody piped up real loud, "Nice yard," because of all of them, mine had yard. Yeah, and lots of it.
Yeah, if you're in a zero, I think they call them
zero lot lines.
Your window view may be of someone else's window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
or a wall, and I don't like that.
No, well, who does? Nobody does. But people don't like to mow lawns.
Apparently, a lot of people do.
Yeah, but they dislike mowing lawns more than they dislike looking at other walls. Apparently. I'm just saying apparently.
But our house, 2,700 square feet, 1 floor.
Oh, yeah.
Not 2. Yours is, what, 3,200 square feet?
35.
3,500 square feet.
But it's 2 floors.
2 floors. And I just...
I can see farther from the second floor, though.
But your office is not on the second floor.
No.
And I don't like stairs. My knee, more specifically, doesn't like stairs. So anything...
that makes sense. We'll be in a one-story house. It's going to be
1 floor. And I really prefer having stretching room, which is where I'm at.
The whole relaxing thing and sitting and not thinking, there's studies. Psychiatrists recommend that your kids be bored. That one of the reasons you want to get them off all their devices is so that they are bored. There is quality in boredom. because then you contemplate. And I think that's what cigars do too, is they make adults contemplate, because it's just as easy for adults to be pulled into their phones as it is for children. I mean, we keep pointing out children are so addicted to their phones, but so are adults.
Oh yeah, they are.
But if you sit down with a cigar and you put your phone down, you can
Specifically
relax
a lounge.
and think. You can think. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been in the lounge where I am sitting there smoking a cigar, attempting to talk to people, and they're all on their phones. It's hard in any event.
Mm-hmm.
I think cigars make it easier, but they're not a cure-all. I see people smoking a cigar completely engulfed in their phone.
True enough. But one of the nice things about a cigar lounge, most cigar lounges, is you have something on the telly, right? Usually sports.
Yeah, something you can talk
got
about.
some kind of sports on
Yeah.
there, so you can talk about what's going on in front of you.
But most cigar lounges also offer free Wi-Fi, and then everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
Now, you and I, we never do that. We're hands-off phone people.
Yep.
And so when we go and we invite other people to join us, then when we're talking, they tend to talk with us,
Yep.
and it gets them off their phone.
Yep.
But I've seen it before where if you don't engage, then they're on their phone.
Yep. Very true.
I think adults need to embrace boredom too. And I hate boredom. I really hate it.
I don't think of this as boredom. I think of this as relaxation.
Well, if you're talking to somebody, then you're not bored. But you need to spur that conversation. You need to get going. And once you're rolling, you're okay. But it's easy for adults to be addicted to phones too. And so I don't like it when people think of it as just a kid problem, because it's not. It's a society problem.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing. I think cigars and liquor, maybe the liquor helps just because you can't really see your phone very well or type. And maybe that helps.
If you get enough in you, that's the case. But just...
yeah, just, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
Little stretch, little slump into the chair, Just a little...
We let out all the air in your lungs.
That's right.
That's actually kind of a yoga thing.
Breathing is super important.
Yeah. You should do more yoga.
So we were, no, I
Don't.
I am
You
not. I am not what you think of when you think of yoga. When you think of yoga, you think nice form. You think you think of what is it called? Downward dog.
Form comes with experience.
You
If you do it more, you'll have good form.
No.
Yes. Yes. I didn't have a good form
No.
my first year or 2 or 3. It's time. It's time.
Now, if I did a yoga class, I would be the comic relief of the yoga class.
That's fine. We love to laugh in yoga too. No, I always so what will happen in yoga classes?
Tech support can back me up on this. I look horrible doing yoga.
And yet you survived yoga classes.
But you haven't done it
without
enough.
laughing.
Haven't done it enough,
But I have been going to an exercise class.
which is a great start.
Yeah.
But
I
add
think
yoga.
it's a good
Add
start.
yoga. Yoga's mindful. Yoga's focuses on
No, we do-
breathing.
we
It's
do-
almost like smoking cigars.
We do stretching after the class. And that's close enough to yoga for me.
No, it's not. No, actually, if you enjoy smoking cigars, I would say you would probably enjoy yoga because it is also quiet and mindful and good things, but it also improves flexibility, which when you lose flexibility, you lose mobility, and when you lose mobility, you end up in a wheelchair. As you grow older, you should not just smoke cigars, you should also do yoga. Ideally both. At least one of the two.
Or at least stretch when you're going for your liquor and stretch when you're going for your ashtray. It's just incorporate the two. This is cigar and liquor yoga.
I would recommend people who smoke cigars who enjoy that relaxation to also add yoga to add flexibility so that they remain mobile throughout their life.
Okay. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, you will. You'll eventually do it. You'll do it. You'll do it. I'll get you to do it. I'll get you to do it.
Wife shaking her head, yes.
You should. You should. I even kind of make a joke of it because what'll happen is the yoga instructor will give you.
Wait. I got a story.
What?
So Wednesday, after class was over, we were kind of stretching out and getting over what we just did, and there's this lady that is older than me, heavier set than I am, but she's fabulous. I love her to death. But she's sitting on the ground. I look over, and she is on her butt only, and has one leg completely straight.
Yeah.
Out to one side, the other leg completely straight out to the other side, and up off the ground above her head.
Good crunches.
And
those are crunch. That's good
like,
abs.
She's like, I've always been flexible, and I'm like, and good balance,
and good abs. She's been working on her abs.
Oh,
that's
man.
not easy to do.
Yeah, she's fabulous though. Anyway, no, not for me.
It is.
The wife gives me the evil
You're just not
eye.
there yet. You're just not there yet. I'm telling you. Yoga has improved my life dramatically. I recommend
Stretching
like
has
cigars,
improved
like
your
cigars
life
and
dramatically.
liquor. Stretching and yoga has improved my life dramatically. I recommend all four of those things.
Well, since we started going to a cigar lounge on a regular basis, you haven't had problems with your eye.
Eye? My eye.
Yeah, you had an eye problem. Something with your eye. I don't remember what it was. But then it went away.
He stopped complaining.
Probably relaxing.
Yeah.
Probably due to relaxing.
Both. It's, yeah.
But I would definitely
I'm
recommend
doing good exercise.
adding yoga. Yoga is good stuff.
I did Tai Chi for a while.
Oh, see, that'll be a good.
And Tai Chi is not unlike yoga.
Slow motion moving, but it doesn't focus on core and muscle building like yoga does. Breathing.
It
Well, it
very
focuses
much
on breathing.
very much focuses on
Focuses on
breathing.
breathing, yeah.
Very much focuses on core.
Yeah.
And it's very much muscle memory.
I would endorse that as well. I'm just,
And you could do it well into your 80s.
or you can do it into your 80s. Who knows how well?
Anyway,
If you start before then, you can continue.
Yeah, if you
if you start
If
before,
you
then you
start
can continue. Sure, yeah.
early.
That's, true enough.
and I'm going to
true enough.
say 50 is a good time to start. As would be 40, 30, or 20.
I just started an exercise regime after a long
Baby
time.
steps.
So,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, baby steps.
All right. So next year, in our first episode of 2022, you'll be talking about your new yoga class, right?
Yep.
Right. Maybe,
We'll see.
perhaps. I will bring you. To a yoga class.
Where I work out, there's a yoga class.
Okay. You could go, is what I'm hearing.
I will go, is what I'm seeing.
Yes, I agree. We could all use improved flexibility and breathing.
So is yoga before or after your class?
I don't know. I did.
So,
I just saw it. I did not check it out.
so
You need to find that.
in a
All right.
completely, well, but anyway, so a reference point that I know is available. It's got to be available everywhere because it's out of copyright. So it's a completely free book. Look up The Science of Breath. It was written by a yogi in 1904. And of course, it remains true to this day because we still breathe. It's a small book. It is not War and Peace. This is a pamphlet. This book is probably 50 pages. And I have it as a PDF. Anybody can have it as a PDF because it's, again, completely out of copyright. Written by Yogi in 1904. It is awesome. Yes, it's a bit spiritual for me because yoga is kind of a religion. But it is great. It's a good read. It's only 50 pages. You can literally read it in 2 hours. Now, comprehending it will take years because it is difficult to do. The science of breath is difficult. You think breathing is one of the easiest things you do. It is not. I know, right? But it's awesome. I recommend you look it up.
So breathing is
Oh, you don't have to look it up. I can just send it to you.
Breathing is important, especially at the right time.
You know what? Anybody who wants me to send them that book via email, contact me at contact@cigarsliquormore. I will send you the book. It is
CigarsLiquorMore.com.
Yeah, .com. I think everybody knows about it now. If you hit us through the contact page, I will send it to you. It is out of copyright. It's a free book. Anybody can have it.
So, kid in high school,
It's a weird name for a book.
working out in the gym.
Okay.
He was powerlifting, for lack of a better phrase.
Mm-hmm.
He was holding his breath while exerting.
You should not do that.
No, he popped a hernia from it.
Of course he did.
Yes, breathing is important.
Breathing is awesome.
Yeah, it's the essence of life.
It's one of the few things you can't you have to have. Like you can go without water and food a lot longer than you can go without breath.
Yep. In the survival world, there's the rule of threes.
Okay, enlighten me.
3 minutes without it's
Oh,
how long
okay.
does it take you to die, right? Survival.
3
So
3 minutes, 3
3
days,
minutes without air.
Okay.
3 days without water. 3 weeks without food.
Easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
So,
have
rule
I have
of
a hard
threes.
time imagining going 3 weeks without food.
No doubt, but people have done it. And it's amazing how small amount of food you need to survive.
Yeah, that you're not
Not
going
to
to convince
live.
Americans of that.
Not to live, but to survive. I mean, a small bowl of rice a day will keep you alive.
Yeah, but that's not 3 weeks.
No.
No, I will send that to anybody who emails me. I'll send it to them.
Do it to it, man.
Easy.
Do it to it.
Done.
All right, let's do a wrap up on this. We've been
Absolutely.
rambling about different stuff. Let's do a wrap up on this. Boom.
I like the cigar. I missed the leather in the second half, but good pairing. The medium goes well with the medium.
This liquor is surprisingly dull and nice all at the same time.
Oh,
It'll
good
go with just
description.
about everything.
I would agree. I feel so much better.
Hell yeah.